and I'm not sure if you saw it or not. It was very simple. Just implement um,
What
how
week
to
was it on?
have a transition. What
I
is
had
that?
not seen that yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, it is.
Sorry, I haven't. I've been way busy.
I haven't either. I've been going through the weeks now. So
I've been
I'm on.
trying real hard
All
to
right.
catch up and get my coding done, my coding groups. And I haven't gotten to
Yeah.
those yet.
Yeah, I just finished with week 3 yesterday, so.
All right.
But
So
we
this
will
is
get
very
to
much
it.
okay. So I don't know. It is very easy. That's why I chose this topic. So, but if you have any question, let me know. It's very simple.
I
Okay.
thought I chose the easy weeks, but there was a lot of them.
Yeah, yours weren't that easy, Jonathan. Neither were mine, to be honest. So I'm not sure there's a lot of easy ones.
Yeah. Yours, Justin, was. It took me most half the day to figure out exactly what's going on with the functions. It's actually pretty easy, but it's just hard to get into the head what's happening.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I did. I guess what took so long too is I also created my example at the same time, and then after I created the example, I did the video,
Hmm.
and then showcased my example. So maybe that's what took so long.
That's pretty much what I did too. I wanted to make sure I understood it in the video, and I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. Do you have any questions about mine? It was Ajax, right? Yeah, Ajax.
I haven't got to that yet. What week is that on?
I watched that
5.
and helped me. Actually, I submitted my project yesterday. I have done until week 7, so 7 topics. I submitted them yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Cool,
You got a
cool.
lot going.
I spent all day yesterday working on it.
Jeez. The 2 videos I've done, Jonathan, are the object creation and Ajax. So you were talking about the object creation. That's the one that you just mentioned. You were
Well, you
working
have
on.
well, you have 2. There is the object creation, and then you have the inheritance after. So I watched both of those, and I'll be working on the Ajax probably today.
Yeah, the object creation wasn't too bad, and inheritance wasn't too bad. But XML HTTP request is a little bit complicated.
I'll
Did
be
you say
spending
you
a lot
saw
of
that one,
time.
Macrum?
Yeah, the server, the HTTP request or require. I can't
Yep.
remember. Yes,
XML HTTP request. Yep, that's it.
exactly. So yes, I got that done. I created external file of XML. First, I did it with TXT, but I felt it didn't really help me to pull all information, so I switched it to XML. And then when you request from the server, it is automatically, without you refresh the web, it just pull all the information on your page.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to take a look at it right now.
Yes.
Let's see, where is it?
Yeah, last night I requested assessments, so I kind of had some things ready, but still working on others.
Yeah, it seemed to be tough because this is the third time to submit, and he's still asking me for different stuff to fix. I was okay.
Yeah, I'm trying real hard to get caught up. So I know we're down to the wire on our weeks. We need to have this all done by week 10.
Yeah, I've been really
Right.
focusing on just getting codes out. Kind of hard with the other class, 124. It takes so much time.
How
I've
many
only
classes are you taking, Jonathan?
just 2, but because C++ and JavaScript are pretty similar, they're hard to keep the codes format separate. And I pretty
Yes.
much
Yeah.
have to remember switch modes every time I switch classes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm taking right now CS 213. Very much, we're learning too many. That's why I get confused, and I started to really to hate online classes because they're giving you too much. So we have to learn 6 or 7 languages in that class, the CS 213.
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
What languages are they?
JavaScript and jQuery and everything belonging to JavaScript. We have to learn.
Huh.
We have to learn that as well, and we have to implement some of the what is called some different languages which I haven't never even heard about. So in the web, because this is a web engineer, you're gonna take that long and away. So in future,
Yeah.
the CS 213.
Yeah.
That would be tough learning JavaScript and the other libraries associated with that, the languages.
But because for me, this is the first time to take JavaScript either with this class, the C13, the CS213, and the CIT261. But for you guys, it's going to be amazing because since you already chose this class, then it's going to help you for the CS213.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
I haven't planned it right, so I just took, I haven't taken any Java or JavaScript before.
Yeah, I think that the school should tell us that both of these, I think they should really help us plan to take one language at a time, because it's just too tough learning more than one.
I'm taking 4 classes right now.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
2 of them, it's 124, and then this one. Those are my coding ones, and then another one's technical documentation and security.
Oh, 370. Are you taking that one?
No, let's see, what's it called? 270? Are you thinking 270?
I took 270 and 370, both of them.
I'm taking 270, and that's
The
security.
CIT. Oh, or the CS.
Yeah, it helps you with Security Plus certification.
This is the CIT, right?
No, I'm in software engineering.
Oh, okay.
Well, my hat's off to you, Justin. I don't know how you do it.
Fake it till I make it.
I'm taking four classes as well, but I'm taking like I usually take 2 computer classes and 2 generals, or religion, so I can keep up with them. If I take all of 4, then will hurt me, as I did it a while ago.
I want to graduate beginning of next year, and to get there, I have to take all these software engineering classes because I've done all of my general ed years ago, and then I stopped going to school for a while. So now all I've got left are the major course requirements.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of worried that I'm going to overload myself later on. And, if I'm taking like 4 programming classes, I don't know if I can do that in one semester.
That's tough.
Yeah. So I don't know. And I'm also working a part-time job, so I might. It depends how hard the classes are.
Yeah.
I think half of my problem is once I turn 40, it seems like my brain is just mush. Things just don't stick at all.
I don't think so. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
You can teach an old dog new tricks.
So my dad is 60, and he remembers everything, even when he came here to the US, and I just took him by car. He just remember everything wherever we go, and until today he can explain to me where we did like 3 years ago. It's just amazing. It depends on if you believe in it, then you'll hurt yourself. But if you don't, it will not affect you at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a good memory. It's just that learning new things it takes more time.
You're set in your ways.
I think practice good.
So how are you guys doing, like, with the coding? Do you have anything you want to go over that you don't understand in any of the topics?
I think I'm okay for now, but probably Jonathan. Do you have any
Like,
questions?
not really. I understand everything that I'm going through. It just takes time to learn it. So,
Okay.
like the code, your videos you went over, I understand it completely and how everything works in it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one thing, the equals new, when you put equals new car,
Uh-huh.
does that new, does that just initialize it then?
No, this is an array. So you assign this variable to array so it can hold all the data. It's
Okay.
called dynamic memories. Right, Justin?
Yeah. It's guaranteeing a new spot in memory for that object.
Okay.
So if you were to assign that object to a variable, then it would have that variable in memory. But if you assign that same object and put the new keyword in front of it, it will create a new one.
Okay.
And you'll have two instances of that object that can be separate and different from each other.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look more into that as well.
It's really helpful when you're making games because you create a lot of new instances. I took Java last semester. We made a text-based game, and object-oriented programming can get really complicated unless you keep it organized.
Mhm.
Because you're
So
always
what
creating.
is the main difference of Java? I haven't had any experience with that.
Between C++ and Java,
Yeah.
or JavaScript and Java.
Either. I don't know what the differences are.
Do you use NetBeans for anything? Do you use NetBeans on your coding?
I don't know what NetBeans is.
It's a coding program, helps you develop your code. It's what I
Okay.
use when I'm writing website code. So JavaScript is used primarily in the website in your web browser, and then C++ is optimized to be very efficient and low overhead, and is used in a lot of games. Though C# is getting more popular, which is just another version of C.
Mhm.
I think JavaScript comes from C, and the C programming language was developed, I believe, in the 90s, maybe the 80s.
Mhm.
And then it's been optimized in different versions until eventually they come up with a new version, and that's where you get like C++ and C#. And then you have branches from there like JavaScript and Java. A lot of programs, Java is mostly a server-side type coding language. Well, at least it's used commonly for that, but it is also used
So
in desktop applications.
it's like PHP with HTML.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a lot like that. They use it a lot for server-side processing. So different applications. Each coding language has its own advantages, disadvantages. Like in Java, you have to declare, much like C++, you have to declare your return type, data type in your functions. You have to declare the data type and the parameters in JavaScript, but you don't have to do that or you don't have to declare the parameter type in JavaScript, but you do in Java and C++
Okay.
and stuff like that. So a lot of just syntax differences and optimization differences too.
So it's less forgiving.
JavaScript is more forgiving. It's probably one of the most forgiving.
Uh-huh.
C++ is not forgiving.
No, it's not. You need to but exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
So
Neither is
which one do
Java.
you
It is
enjoy
not.
to work more, Justin? So you worked with Java, and then you're working with, right now you're learning C++. Which one, in your opinion, it is the easiest program to code with?
Well, I think that I like Java better.
Hmm.
Mostly because, well, I haven't gotten too far into C++, so I don't know how they handle object creation. But we handled objects in Java. I really like how Java has objects in their own classes, and you can create objects in those classes and then utilize all the functions in there. I think it's a lot easier than the way JavaScript does it, or, and I don't know how C++ does it because we haven't gotten that far.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's similar like Java. So you create your own class, and then you can inherit from that class, and it's very helpful for. The only thing that you have to worry with your code with the memory. So you cannot write too much or use too memory from the C++. So your program will crash. This is the only C++ you have to worry about. But Java, it doesn't work. So it has their what do you call it, like consistencies of libraries. So libraries help you a lot to save memory, and then doesn't worry about memory that much. Even if you create a game, it takes whatever memories and take it away from you if it is unused. But for C++, you have to worry. That's why the next upcoming, I think, chapters or weeks for you, you have to learn a lot about how to manage the memory in your C++ programs. This is one of the big concerns.
Okay.
I see. Yeah, we're going to be looking at pointers. I think that's what you're talking about.
Yes, you have. That's why it is big concern with the memories. If you develop or you work with a game and then you use too much space, then your game is going to crash immediately because you're using too much memory. So you have to. That's why you have to be good at math for C++.
I see. I
I'm
don't
glad
like
I like
that.
math.
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't want to manage that. I think I'll go with Java.
Yeah, I think Java's good. So this is the first time I'm taking JavaScript, and I really like it, even though it is a little difficult to understand the concept. But it is still similar, like the arrays and for loops and while or do and all the things are similar to what we took at. But I still like Ajax and all kind of crazy stuff. Just you don't know, you just try to get your mind open to it and.
Well, you always got to just back up and think, okay, even though these are functions that we're not familiar with, we are still using same syntax. Like if you want to call a function inside an object, you know how to do that. No matter what it is you're trying to do, whether it's Ajax or JSONs, you just need to be familiar with what the methods do. You don't need to know exactly how they work unless you really want to, but you know how to call it. And you just have to be familiar with how they call it, just like Ajax, how Ajax is different from JSONs. You just have to know what properties to set, what parameters to pass, and just take a step back when you get confused, because that just bring it back down to basics.
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna
was
show
one of the
you.
biggest thing
We have
that I was confused of with was how to use parameters in different functions. But I think I got that down now.
Mm-hmm.
That was self-taught.
I think JavaScript is a much better programming language to start with because it's very forgiving. I think that they should start with that rather than C++.
I think they do. I just took them in the wrong order.
I took them in the wrong order, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm still learning new things in C++, but for this first part, I haven't really had to spend a lot of time on it because already familiar with the for loops and all that.
Hmm.
There's some things to learn about C++, but I had a head start because of that previous classes. So it was nice.
I'm glad the for loops are exactly the same.
Yeah.
But in JavaScript, you don't have to even put in the curly brackets, or is that the other way around? I don't.
Python and Ruby, you don't have to worry very much about curly brackets or parentheses, all this crazy stuff.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Those
Python,
brackets can get confusing when you have big programs.
yes.
Very much.
Especially when you start nesting them and
Oh yeah, I hate that.
yeah.
So
I was using some pseudocode that had a lot of nests in it. I was like, where did these brackets go? I figured it out, but it was difficult.
I have a hard time with pseudocode. I always feel like I'm not going to do exactly how they want it.
What I do in my pseudocode, I put my, well, if you have your code, I just put my code in and I go through, I replace all the, I use the replace function. So I just type count and I put and all those, and makes it a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
See my screen?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right, so this is the new lender I did in CS165, and you'll do the same similar. So, and
It
This C++?
yes.
looks foreign.
All right, it's very fast.
Oh, I see what's going on.
So this is the game that
I don't see the game.
yeah. Did you see it?
No, we just see your Linux.
Oh, hold on a second, because I shared one window only. All right. All right. Now we can see it. Can you see the entire screen now?
We saw it for a moment, and then it.
Yeah, we see the whole screen.
I think your video camera.
All right. Let's do this. This is live here, and then share it.
Try disabling your video camera.
What's
I
that?
think it is.
Something's going wrong. So when I share it,
We're seeing your main desktop. And now we see your window. Your
Linux window.
okay, what about this? You see the window right still like this?
Yeah, now we're seeing your terminal.
All right, I will just try to get it out.
Is it supposed to display in the terminal?
Yes, no, it is just out, but for some reason I can't get the entire screen.
It might be that it doesn't allow video to be shown on it.
Can you see that? Game?
No, we just see your Linux terminal.
That's weird. Usually so when you see my desk screen, let me know. So I'm gonna stop this.
Do you have dual screens?
So can you see my desktop now?
Yes. It's your video camera. Yeah, we see your desktop now.
Okay, perfect. So this is I'm gonna show you the list of C. This is the CS165. All these assignments and the things you need to do. But I have them organized. So this is one of the game that we did. It's called Moonlander. Since it is all, you can see its classes. You have like lander.h and lander.o and makefile and point. That's all these classes, all these files in one file, one folder. I mean. So, for example, it is what is update right now, and then
There it is.
Oh, okay. I just so it's so fast. That's why.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I want to play it.
Yeah, that's cool. You got
So how did you do the gravity?
How did you do the graphics?
That's why the library that they provide, you have to work on the library. I'm going to show you right now. So I have to.
Don't crash! Don't crash! Don't crash!
All right.
Nice.
So this is very much. I'm going to show you exactly the. Do you have like a terminal like that? It is going to help you if you go to the CS165 because it's manage your folders when you do a game.
Yeah.
It's called the mobile Xterm, I think.
Yeah, we have that.
That's what I want to do.
So this is very much. This is the drive.cpp. This is where you can call it back, call the game, and let it display. And all these are files. If we go to the make file, which is we call it the source. So to collect all the files that we work with, all the C++ and
so you put them on the 8 out.
Exactly. So because you cannot, it is going to be difficult to just display each file with edit out. So you just include, you attach all of them like in one file, and then you display that file.
Okay.
So I think the library here it is draw.h and draw.cpp. This is where you're going to get. This is the one that you have to draw. This is how we draw numbers and digits on the screen.
So that's how you draw the terrain?
Yes. So on here you draw the number, and here you draw the text on the screen. Here, for example, this is where rotate. This is for a different game, but this is the lander. This is how we draw the lander.
I can imagine
it's not
drawing
everything about points. If you work on pointers and arrays, you will get it done.
Do you know how you would put 3D images into it? Like you created in another program and.
Yeah, so to put like 3D, then you have to change all of these. It is a different draw, then it is completely different. This is the basic that I know, but if you want to do different things, then you have to have at least 3 points, and then you have to have at least 5 or 6 shapes in order to draw the 3D.
Wow.
Sounds
all
complicated.
These are the ones that it's not that complicated. I'm sure it's not, but once you just get the 124, it will you'll understand. So this is the Moonlander. You will do asteroids.
Did you come up with these, or are they assigned stuff? Like you had to make a moon lander. Did they assign the moon lander, or did you come up with that idea?
Oh, I just do it as it is. I didn't. So I actually did the asteroids. I got some color in it and simple, very simple. I'll show you.
Did the teacher assign you asteroids? Or I mean, the game, or did you come up with that game idea?
Oh no, it is assigned to you, and you have to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So what were the other two?
So this is my asteroid. Oops. All right.
There's a few errors.
Yeah, this is what I was struggling with. So that's weird. It should run. Why does it have? My asteroid is a lot of errors. Oh.
Missing a file or something?
I might took it out because I was doing many of these ones, but probably this one, probably.
It looks like it's uploading.
What?
Looks like it was uploading. I'm trying to.
Another asteroid.
Hey, Jonathan, are you using Emacs?
Slightly. I've been copying my code from the Visual Studio and just pasting it into the notepad and running it that way.
Nice.
Because Emacs, it takes like 2 minutes to come up. 1 minute.
I have totally not done Emacs at all. I've totally just abolished it. I use Text Wrangler, and it has an FTP connection. Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've just been copying and pasting it over every time I run it, so it takes seconds.
Cool, man.
That looks fun.
This is the game that we did.
It looks like the real game
it's so
almost.
fast.
Yeah, it does.
It's so fast.
That's cool. That's cool. I'd love to know that, how to do that stuff. I'm looking forward to 165.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sounds hard, but worth it.
Yeah.
But it is worth it. As I said, I really like. As I said, because I don't have that much time. I still am taking like CS because I like, but I'm CIT major, so I'm taking CS 213. I'm gonna take data structure and CSS. So I'm gonna use C++, and I'm gonna take also the 235. I'm planning on some because I like to have more software in my degree.
Yeah. That's very cool. I love seeing these games that you and Kaylee have made, and it's pretty incredible.
Makes us excited to get into it.
Yeah, it does.
This is
Yeah.
This is very.
It gets me motivated.
Oh, I have a question about CIT261. In our assignments, in the last one, is that where we put all of our code? Like when we put in our GitHub and our webpage?
Oh no, you don't have to put anything on GitHub. actually they're asking you not to put your codes or putting somewhere online. They want people to see it.
Okay.
I don't know, but this is what I heard, that we don't want people to use or put their assignments on GitHub or one of like these sources, you know.
All right.
So this is one of the games that I did too.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yes. So,
Kaylee would like
but
to say
everything
that.
works on. Oops, I killed one of these. So it works more on OpenGL as an easy source to display your game.
Let's see.
That looks cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's very much. And then the other assignments is like assignment 4 or 5, and then these ones like checkpoint assignments. Very much. It's also object oriented, so you have to use classes. That's why you can see C++ file, make file, and .h file. You know,
Okay.
smartphone, whatever things that we did. Yeah. But as I said, if you need any help, let me know. I still have all my assignments, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And my question, go and look at my screen.
Yeah.
So what goes into this last box, the app design and creation job box? Do all of our files go into here that we create? Like the loop and
App design and
arrays?
creation Dropbox. That is that's not going to be graded till the end.
Okay. So
That's
I'll
going to
just
be
leave
our
that blank.
project at the end, the last 2 weeks.
All right. So I have all these. I need to work on this one, but
How
I
you
have
doing
them
on all those? You got past disagree strongly. Are you disagree or above?
Just one. Actually, let me see.
Yeah, he's
I was putting the wrong things on them.
yeah, he's a little tough.
He's going through the assessment right now. I have this finished and this, so I should get graded on those. But and a few down here. I'm starting to catch up.
Sweet.
That's cool, Jonathan.
I'm going to be doing a big submission here real soon.
That's great.
That's good. I did mine yesterday, and I hope to get it soon so I can work again, fix what he probably gonna give me feedback like others.
So let me show you my example. You guys can ask questions if you want.
All right.
So this is my local API storage example. What I've got here is a grocery list. You can type in whatever items you want, and then you type in any notes you want, and then you can save it. You can also add some last second items if you want, and it'll add it to the list. Now I've already done that, and it's all empty. When you select show list, I've already got a list there because it saved it locally on my computer.
Okay.
And I got predefined lists just because I was being lazy. So all you have to do is click the buttons to add content. So I can add.
Yeah, that's a bit more robust than mine.
And you can just add these. Goes off the screen, which is awesome. And then reload, and it's still there.
Cool.
You can also delete it, and it will update it. So I tried creating a system where you could put in what you were going to save the file as, but I decided that was too complicated. So it just saves it as the same thing every time. You know, the file name. I thought that was
Yes.
unnecessary, so I didn't do it.
Like save by dates and things.
Yeah. And then I'm still working on my DOM manipulation, but this is what I've got so far.
Cool.
So it created those, and I can create a bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
So can you delete? Can you remove?
No, I don't have that in yet.
Oh, okay.
That should be separate on like remove child.
Yeah. And then it's kind of cool how I think it's kind of cool how I did it. I created 2 arrays, and I'm using these as identifiers, ID values for each input box. And I'm looping through the arrays using a do while loop. So
Okay.
the question and the ID for the input box is both assigned using a loop. And it's created using a loop. So I hope that will get me to agree or strongly disagree on the loops at least.
You got to do while, do until 6.
Yeah. So that I could increase that. I could change this to 20, and it would make 20 input boxes.
Okay.
So that's what I've got going right now. The Ajax, I've already shown you that.
Yeah, I've been going through my previous code, adding things here and there, but it takes a lot of time. I think I'll do more of that later, so I get all of my code in.
Yeah.
Because we keep learning more cool things to put into it.
I know. Well, I think the way we get to agree and strongly agree is by utilizing these different coding topics in our later topics. So even though this coding group does not include arrays specifically, I put it in there because it shows mastery, and I can describe that in my request for assessment.
Okay.
So I have a question, Justin. Do you have your Safari, right?
Yeah.
So for some reasons, when I did my when I go on Safari and try to create new object by clicking on the buttons, and then it works on Chrome, but when I go to Safari, the button removal, it just disappears. I don't know why. I tried I looked at my code, and for some reason cannot. So I am now on Windows. It works fine on Chrome, but on Mac Safari it doesn't work. It just the button disappears.
Let's look at your code. Is it on your website?
Yes, if you can sandbox dot help refugees, and then it's going to be there.
Okay.
Oh, you guys, I gotta go. I need to flush my transmission on the cars.
All right.
No problem, Johnson. No problem.
Well, thank you for
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thanks, John. We'll see you.
Yep. Bye.
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 So which topic is it under?
So if you go to the create elements, append child, and insert before.
Great.
It is a project 6.
6. Okay. And then
See?
your remove button goes away. Huh.
Exactly. And on Chrome, if you have a Chrome, it does not go away.
Really?
Yeah, it just makes me like,
You're like, what the heck?
exactly. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Come on, what are you doing? So let's open this up. Sublime. Okay, so okay, your code's not too long. That's good. Is this your code? This is, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It goes away, doesn't it?
If you have a Chrome, on Chrome it does not. It just works fine.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what is that.
Let's see what your remove button is. Var parent equals doc child 2. So let's show the source. You got an error there for one thing. The requested URL was not found. Oh, that would be because I copy and pasted your code. Never mind.
Yeah, it didn't show any errors when I.
Yeah, that's just because I'm running this locally, not on your website.
Right.
So child 2, you have a div named child 2, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a paragraph. Okay, if parent dot has child nodes, parent dot remove child. I think, where's your button at?
Why is that?
Your button is underneath a div, which I believe would make it a child node.
Oh, okay.
So if we take this out, yeah, I think that you're going to want to modify this so that it applies directly to the text that you're creating. So when you create an element, refresh this. What are you naming it? Oh, it refreshed. How do I how do I update this?
Just because I remove it, that's why it doesn't work for you.
Yeah, child 1, child 2. Where is it creating the new text?
So if you go up, this says var text when you create parents, and then I have create text node, and then I have the new text is between parentheses, single parentheses.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, so you're doing a new P.
Uh-huh.
Creating a new P. Yeah, I think it's because your button is underneath the element, is a child element, and so that's coming back as true and it's erasing it. That's what I think is happening.
Well, can you just for a second see on Chrome the same, and you'll see there is nothing you can. I don't know why it. Probably I can remove that and try it and see.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. I want to try something.
Yes.
There. Body. Unordered list. What that does. Yeah. Open.
It just.
Oh, it's removing one at a time. That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Whereas on Safari, it removes all of them, everything, all at the same time.
Uh-huh.
No,
It doesn't even remove
just
them.
fine.
It just like the button disappears.
Oh, it doesn't even remove that.
Yeah.
So let's put it back. It's just removing the button. That's
Right.
interesting. That's got to be a difference in how
I hope
handles
I submitted yesterday. I hope he has a Google Chrome. So
code. Yeah.
otherwise, they will send it to me back. Oh, you have a bug.
I've done that several times. I'm like, please use the right program. Please use the right program.
I wrote a note that said, "Please use Chrome."
Nice. Let's see. If parent dot has dot. See, I'm not real familiar with how these work either.
Yeah, I just looked and I got some experience. I mean, some examples from the 3 school, W3 school. So how to create a parent and you create a child, a new text, and then at the same time you can remove it by having the remove child command. Oh, the has child command, and then you can have parent child nodes inside the parentheses as.
Is there a function that will remove a certain tag type? Like, can we write something that will remove all the P's, all the paragraphs?
Oh yeah, you can do that.
How would I do that?
So you remove a child, and then just put P inside.
Okay. See if that does something more to our liking. Nope.
Yeah, it is a similar concept, but I don't know why for some reason. But it should not. Even it can give, even if there is a bug, it should, like the debug, show you the resource that you have some problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
But
it's
why Safari does not show you exactly what's wrong.
yeah, it's got to be a difference in how it handles the code.
Yes.
So what you're doing is removing child under parent. Parent is equal to child 2. You are getting element child 2. Child 2 is a paragraph. Just for giggles, let's change this to div. Parent.child nodes. Why is this an array? Why do you have a 0 there?
I want to delete one at a time.
Oh, okay. I see. And that's really, and that property uses an array? I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the example you can use it. Yes.
That's cool.
As I told you, JavaScript, it just makes me sometimes crazy. So it is hard when you learn a language and then you go to different language. Then it is easy to. I mean, it's legal to use all things like with parentheses. If you do this with C++, will turn crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all used to the parentheses now. I wouldn't know what to do without them.
Yes.
Let's see. You got.
But I don't want to take time from you if you have something to do. I already submitted, but for some reasons, if you got it solved or you find something, let me know. But I believe. I believe something.
I don't know. I'm not real familiar. Is this a very direct copy of W3 Schools? Or is it a little different?
Probably a little different, but you might look at it. I tried several ones because the ones at 3 school did delete the entire paragraph. I want to delete one at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Sorry, I haven't studied that topic.
I already submitted. If it works with him on Chrome, that will be great. So I won't even turn my eye on it. So, but if he said no, it doesn't work, I hope he doesn't like Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Cross your fingers.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Well, anything else?
No, thanks. I believe we're good so far until this point.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take off.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.